there's nothing behind it. And it went, oh. So I just tried to copy. A Prabhuji told me a long time ago, he said, you take notes. And I thought, like 10 years ago, why should I take notes? But I took notes, and now I can see some of these books, they're just like, unbelievable. Anyway, so Goldman said, I will always make notes when I study. When you make notes, that knowledge will always be yours. Otherwise, it will be lost. I always refer to my notes. Therefore, it became easy to remember the information. And he said, by reading itself will not help. The secret of success is to write it down. So I always remember that. He says, hear it, he should say hear it, read it, write it, and speak it. So I remember this doesn't matter. These Krishna consciousness, I'll tell you some, I can't help it, but this Krishna consciousness is so amazing, so mind-blowing. You know, chanting Nam. The sadhu, whole life he goes around chanting Nam. A sadhu's whole life goes around chanting Nam. To him, the Mahamatra is the essence of everything. So we always have to go deep into the Nam. So I say something was on my mind now, and I won't mention the family. I don't really have something to do with anyone, just stand after that. But one family worked with me a long time, had some faith in me, and I can't really drop them. The problem is, you speak to them sometimes. So they asked me the other day, they're getting a lot of money by like government and things like that. But, and I'm charging, you know, no, I'm nobody, I'm charging, and they say like, talk to them about it. Then it was like, they give some money, then we're going to get 110 for the car. Anyway. So this family is a really nice family, they put donations anyway, so I don't want to ask for money, I don't know how to give for money. But because this is so strong, I thought I'd go and ask Prabhuji. Just say, Prabhuji, a strong thing come to me about this family. I didn't say the name of the family, I just said these people. And they got, you know, they've taken a lot of heavy money out of the government, through like probably cheating process. And I said, you know, I was in a woman, I was scared about their karma really. I was a bit frightened about their karma, you know, because I know you get bad karma. So I said to Prabhuji, you know, will they get like 50%, 20% of karma on that money? He said, no, 60%. 60% they get on that karma. He said the same with illicit sex, gambling, toxin, and meeting. So I thought, oh, that's strong. Well, I've got to tell him, I don't tell him, but then it looks on their mind. But I know they trust me, I know I'm not a cheater, but it looks like I'm employing for some money, and I'm not employing for money, anymore, you know, whatever happens come. Anyway, so I spoke to the person, I said, look, this happened, this comes to me, if it comes to me, I've got to tell you now, so okay. So therefore, then apparently tonight, he wants to speak to me. He wants to phone me up and speak to me, because he's you know, what's his name, he's got a phone and he knows how to do that. So he said, oh, they want to speak to me. So when I was saying, I read something like, the bad karma is so poisonous, it's like a cobra, poisonous snake. It's so, people's karma, people taking their illicit sex, their meeting, their gambling, intoxication, and taking it. So it's very poisonous. Anyway, so I thought, okay, I speak to him tonight, I'm not bothered, you know, I just, you tell him. Then, this is unbelievable. Then, to morning, after I finish my chanting, I did little goals. Then, I have a dream. Then I'm in a dream. I'm like in the bathroom. I don't know what it is of my old mum's house. And I get out of the bathroom. And I don't know what. I look in the side. Then I see a towel with a big snake. Then I look and I think, oh. So I get up. I stand up to protect myself. And as I stand up, the snake looks like that. Back at me like that, you know, he looks at me. So when the door opens, in my room, the door opens in the bathroom, then I said to the little young girl, I said, get me a stick. Then the snake comes out and pushes the girl to the side of the wall. And it's a big cobra, and he looks at her, and I went, don't move, stay there. And I woke up down and stay there, and then she followed what I'd done, because the girl knows me. She was trembling, and the snake looked up, lifted his head, went down and went out. And I thought, wow. And this person was like stepdaughter. thought, wow, this is so amazing, this Christian content. So when I tell him that, I'll say, wow, that state was your bad karma. That was the poison you were taking in. You know what happened. So anyways, for me, it made a lot of sense that snake, you know, he wanted to protect his family. If he'd taken that bad karma in, that snake that could have hit that girl, but other things can happen. Anyway, for me, it was really like, I woke up saying, stay still. I was a bit scared myself. But it's so amazing how this leader's gone. Anyway, I'll tell you, I'm sure he'll make wise in here. Because a lot of people get this money, or whatever money, and they should give 50% in the Christian country. But this is how dangerous bad karma is money if you don't purify the money. You know? You must purify the money. If not, it's like you're taking that bad karma, you know. You actually should get 50%, you probably should get everything, saying you should give it. And it's like, what? It's really like a deep topic as this leader went on, you know, and especially the person said, I give a message, but I'll tell him a message about the tree, and I'm sure they'll purify their money in not getting the bad karma, because everything can happen. Anyway, went up to subject matter then, but that's what happened. So we should always make notes when we study. When we make notes, that knowledge will always be yours, otherwise it will be lost. I would always refer to my notes, because it gives you to remember information. Reading by itself will not help. The secret of success is to write it down. And you say, write it, read it, hear it, write it, read it, speak it. That's organized the way to say that. So I'll try to see where we was up to. Or he was talking about guru. So last thing he said, if a guru does not understand the disciple, he's not a guru. Guru ain't said that. This is not called my but what he's saying. Guru ain't talking my sister else. He said on the morning walk in 2008. And then Gaudiya said, and that's why he's self-realized and knows what his relationship is with Super Soul. He cannot be a qualified guru. So we can have a guru who's not going to finish study, carrying mapping, but we should want to qualify guru. Bhakti or pure devotion service to the Supreme Lord is attained only by the association of pure devotees. In a previous birth, you may have attained some Bhakti Sukriti. Then in this birth, you will develop Bhakti automatically. You will be attached towards sadhu sanga. So, like Maharaj was speaking in class yesterday, really, not my words, but it seems strong. But the philosophy is strong. Bhakti Maharaj said, you should speak this philosophy with no apprehension, and don't speak it like a shy girl hiding behind a veil. You've got to speak the truth it is. And Bhakti Siddhanta said, when one is speaking this truth, you don't get many customers, because it's unpalatable, not very beneficial. So we must speak this truth, the situation. And staying in sadhu sanga is really the subject matter. Staying in sadhu sanga to the best ability. Try to stay with sadhu. Maharaj said it well, because I don't know whether everyone thinks I'm a bit strong, but I was brought up strong with organized. But the philosophy is strong. Maharaj was saying, he said, you might get somebody die, you go to the sadhu, the lifestyle. Should I preach? I think I preach. Straight away you say that, you've got some desires in your heart. It's coming your heart, should I go and preach? And he said, no, you don't preach, you stay with the sadhu. If the sadhu gets you, and he calls you in his room, then he will say, you should go and preach. Then that's okay. Then you go, should I go and preach? Should I do this? Should I do that? No, you should stay in sadhu sanga. The aim and object of our bhajan is sadhu sanga. Bhakti became Keshav Maharaj said, what more can I desire? Gurus please, Krishna's please, nothing greater. So it's all about sadhu sanga. People will make excuses, Guru said this, Guru said that, Prabhupada said that. To their adhikar is general instructions and specific instructions. Even Gaudiya Maharaj called me and he said to me, you should preach, you should go and preach. But I've never gone and preached because, he said you're strong to preach. Become qualified. I'm not qualified to preach. Because the Swamis, you know, said residing guys under a Rasic lifestyle. And the Buddha of the lifestyle sound is now. First practice yourself, then when you realize, tell everyone. So if you go and preach and you're not realized, what can you do to someone? You can't help. You know, okay, there's secondary preaching, and wherever we are, we should preach. You know, if anyone comes to you now asking some questions about karma, you know, or whatever, you try and help them. But there's a relative and the absolute. The absolute philosophy, when we come to a certain stage of our background, we only do absolute philosophy. And the absolute philosophy is to stay in sadhu sanga. The relative, people, places and things, or what should we say, a paravijar. A paravijar means apparent consideration. But Gordon Maharaj said, I never come here to preach apparent consideration. I come here to preach tattva, the truth what it is. You're not the body, your soul. That is the tattva. Why are you having a relationship on the body? That is a paravijar, apparent consideration. Tattva, we have a relationship with the soul. Anyway, so then Gilliard Maharaj said as well, so the next best thing, you'll have a temple in the west, preaching, and you'll say, oh, the Vaishnavas told me to go and preach, so what is and that? But that is not the tap. The tap is, I mean, we look at Gilliard Maharaj, he's a prime example. He told me one time, he said, don't you leave here till your Nitya Bhagavad manifest. So he gave me instructions, should I do that in the Vaishnava? And people ask me to go to Germany, because I know books, you know, in Bhakta, I know a little bit about books to help people. And they want me to go there and preach and tell them. Then they said, probably, can you go? I said, yeah, no problem, you can go. Yeah, and I went to Bhakti and I said, they said, you said I can go. He went, yeah, so I don't want to go. I said, very good, very good. So you see that. If someone you see, even in a relationship, if someone's got that loyalty to their faith, you know, they like that. You know, how does it sound? They like it here, they give class. There's no statikas, there's no brahmacharis, there's no brahmacharis. They like that? No. They're doing a mission for the good, eh? And then they want to do the mission to the best of their ability to take the jivas back home. Because this is this Guru and Maharaj doing that. So if they sat down and there's no one there and no one likes him, and it's, that can't happen with that beauty goes, it's still that inspiration, that situation would be there. So they don't really want to go. But so many times I've heard, when someone said, oh, I want to go there, I want to go there, so many times probably said, yeah, let them go, I've got no relationship with them. So they're very sweet, the sadhus are very sweet, and we're very kind and soft, but as we advance spiritually, but we're conditioned soul. So what's to say they're a pure soul? You know, you see in situations, I've seen many them crying, you know, when they don't control themselves, you know, then they let their power naturally come. So this is the situation. Where is my loyalty if I want to leave that person? Even if we're married, husband and wife, really, the husband shouldn't leave the wife in the situation. That's the instruction. Because if there's some relationship there, you have some affection. Even though it's mundane, there's still affection, is there? Some loyalty. We're together, we're married, we're husband and wife, we've had a child, we have duties to bring this child up in Krishna consciousness and that. There's some enjoying is there and that. I mean, it's a bit of power of the I'm saying, but still, that should be there. Because if you bring that child up and you're not so affectionate to each other, that child picks up on it. And then, you know, it's fanatical, or rules and regulations. There must be some love, some affection to it. And then the child grew up healthy and good. You see some child with a dysfunctional child, they've never been brought up family with some affection, there is so affection. And it affects on that child as it goes up. So these situations are there. So the same, only for myself, you know I'm stupid, I'm a fool, I don't know, but I stayed with God when I was 11. I stayed with God when I was with God, I was positive. You know, and probably I was so such a bogmash, you know, usually people ask Prabhuji, can I get married? Should I get married? He didn't even ask me. He said, you should get married. He said, back in old Tackle Ashram for you, you do a big dam, let's the water, sit over the top, you should get married. So I was like, I didn't have to ask, I wasn't in that mode then, I thought, oh, he told me to do something. And then I went through that course of marriage ashram twice, for 18 years, and then God said, I'm taking you out there. Now you're doing that, now you carry on, you come back to me. You know, that's 10 years ago. So, but being on the guidance of that lifestyle, they make the situation. But if I was always someone, I met Longo doing streets, on the street, and I'm doing a book. He liked me, he was very good looking to you, he was. And he talked to me, and I was speaking to him, and I couldn't really push him too much, but he said to me, oh, you would always be positive. I said, yeah, you're always, he's in another situation, another group, but, I've always been controlled. Probably he likes that. Gurudev said that. Gurudev said, loyalty is the key to future life. With anyone, if you have any relationship with that person, it's all about loyalty. First have a relationship with someone. Then if things happen, they're secondary. Don't fight over the secondary. Why the fight over, you did this wrong, you done that. Don't fight over the secondary. First of all, try to keep the relationship, because that problem's there for a couple of minutes of mine or a couple of days, and then big arguments happen. This happens in the world, see, wars over now. First we'll try to cultivate nice relationships with the world. Alright, you ain't going to be close with everyone, or that won't happen situation, but always be respectful with devotion. That's the most important key in these relationships, because you don't know what they have the relationship with the Vaishnava. With the Vaishnava, obviously Manjari. What does the Manjari do? They're secret. They hide their secret. They will do so many things to show you that person ain't nothing with you. But saying that as well, coming from another angle, the Vaishnava, there's no one at the topmost level, he's not partial to anyone. Everyone he will give you affection. It's said like Krishna who rained all in the ocean, and the rain drops on the ocean equally. So that's like the mercy of the Vaishnava. But if you go forward, you go a little bit forward, you will get a little bit more mercy. You're coming forward, serving that. But still, some mercy will be there. We think, that person is in a better situation. Yeah, for his past work, he's got better security, so many different situations, but he's coming forward. And really, you can only come forward when your Bhakti Mukti security becomes more mature. You can't force it, look at him, or he's doing that, see this. No, slowly, by this gradual advancement, the Vaishnavas will make arrangements. You see him sometimes to talk to him, to do that. If we just doing our seva, we're quiet and we're trying to, tackle, try to subdue the anarchists, which are driving us crazy, so many things, and being under the Vaishnava, that's the most important thing. Going through this anarcha victory. Once that's done, you imagine, your nishta, ruchi kambanam, you chant it like that, you're on a different platform. But now, this stage, a difficult stage. Anyway, so I've gone up a little bit as usual, but we were talking about preaching. So we should understand. What he said, don't be fooled by someone who doesn't follow Sri Guru and doesn't follow Bhakti. Because Krishna's in their heart. Krishna, like he made arrangements about the snake this morning, so many people. Krishna makes arrangements to tell people what they need at that time, and you get an inner feeling inside yourself, you know what's right. If you pray to the Vaishnava, you don't have to always go and sit. You pray to him 2 or 3 times about a certain subject matter. I guarantee you that information will come to you, but you should go and check a senior devotee, that information. Because that sadhu, he can't tell us that he's observing you every second. He's with you. Like Gurudev said, I'm more closer to you than the air you breathe. So he's observing us every second he's with us. Because, like the mother is observing the little baby, she's breastfeeding, puts him down, but she's always conscious. She'll be doing her service or doing this, that. But she's conscious. She knows where that baby is. The baby can only walk so far, this, that, and hey, any danger, she calls the baby back. So us, with some like me, I'm so stupid, I'm so mad, I've got no brain, I do stupid things. So if he's not observing me all the time, and keeping us all the time, he's doing the same time, I'm going to get myself in trouble, I'm going to do stupid things. That's if we're surrendering and we're praying to the Vaishnava, I want to be crushed. We've got to give ourselves totally, wholly to the Vaishnava. I want to be crushed, because these crushed is like, these are boils inside us, passes that envy, that greed, and that someone's overtake us, so we want them to chuck it out. So Naima said, if you pray to be crushed and be to the Vaishnava, because we're here. Why are we here? We're here to develop our Krishna consciousness. I know you develop your Krishna consciousness only in sadhu sanga. So we should be with that sadhu sanga to give ourselves more. Partly, give yourself totally, like when the lady she marries. She gives herself to the husband. But in this Kali Yuga, very hard to find proper husband. Nice, single girl, shy girl gives herself to the husband. And like some lady the other day I was told, she'd done she would give herself to the husband, and she found out the husband was cheating on her. She was such a simple girl, didn't know so much. She jumped off a big building and boom, flat, dead on the ring. So they're not really qualified husbands really in this situation. You know, you have to be very careful. You think, oh, he looks nice with this, that, or vice versa. I'm only speaking this because it'll help you. But this is the situation they only want from you, and vice versa. But sadhu don't want from you. He don't want nothing from you. He just wants to take you back to Krishna. That is his job. Why did he come here? He's got no glimmer of interest in this material world. The only reason he's coming is para dukkha dukkhi. That means he suffers when he sees the suffering of living entities. So he wants to take him back to Krishna. Even as a man, he murders someone, he does something bad, and he's punished, the government might hang him or whatever. But still, we don't want revenge. We want that person to be rectified and then go back to Krishna. So this is our situation. We should subtly try to get a deeper understanding. And if by chanting this now, these realizations will come to you. This is the most important thing. We chant Nam, we try to go deeper into Nam, and then Nam, Krishna says, as they surrender unto me, I will walk in properly me. So you're serving Nam all the time, you're going to the best of it, then Nam will reciprocate. First will be reciprocation, instead of chanting 7-minute band, 6-minute band, 4-minute band, 3-minute band. So this is one situation will come. You start to be able to, instead of chanting lacking 6 hours, 4.5 hours, you know, you can chant. And probably you told me one time, I said, is it possible that some person could possibly chant on lacking 2 hours? Why not possible? But you did 3.5 hours. So then you're chanting 3 hours, then what's the problem for you like 10.5 hours? What's the problem? Oh, you know, even 9 hours. In the afternoon it takes a bit longer, I heard. But this situation happened. So Nam is everything. This is the situation. And who gives you Nam? The sadhu gives you Nam. I was talking to Bhakti and I said, oh, about Acharya. You know Acharya? And he was calling his son the lion probably. So I said, I can't understand. He was calling to the lion, but he was doing simple things. So how could the Vishnu Dutas come when he's not really chanting pure name? He said he did chant pure name. He said because at that point he wasn't really calling to his son. He said deep, he was calling to Krishna. He said then his guru realized that, and in that second his guru gave him pure name. Then he chanted pure name, and then the Vishnu Dutas come. So that was always on my mind for a couple of days, like come up in the back. So everything comes from the sadhu. So why don't we try to do things properly? Have that relationship. Now, when you've got our relationship with mummy, daddy, brother, sister, that's okay. But that quality, he said to me, he said, when I left my family, I left everything. Follow me through this situation. Because once I was in England, and some family went to give me a coat. My ex went to give me a coat. And I thought, oh, should I take this coat off? Should I take a coat off? I'll be attacked. Then I was in Krishna Puna, I phoned him up, I said, got in touch with him and with someone else. I said, should I take this cold? You know, because I'm feeling I shouldn't. So he said, I'm not. Probably they come back with that and said, probably he's saying, I'm not telling you to take the cold. I'm not telling you not to take the cold. He said, but when I left my family, I left. That's it. No going back or anything. Only some drinking, some situation. So that is it. So now, because we're not clean, we're contaminated. When we think we'll get some happiness or someone likes us that means we're contaminated. And when we're contaminated, we won't listen. We won't understand. We think, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. Well, once we're pure, it's only Guru Krishna. That's it. Only give your love and affection. So like, if you like the person come in there, he speaks to me. Oh, I got to work here, I got to do this, that. No, I don't mess about. Okay, why are you going to be a student? Why that? Be a student, Krishna. I can't live with my nation. The way I work, you're going to suffer, you're going to have a terrible life. What happens? You're born, you grow, you're safe sometimes, you may do some bad body. You're doing your die. I just talk like that. I just the way it is. Because oh, you've got people hanging on you, this and that. Just tell them properly. They want to accept it, they accept it. If not, they come to the temple, still tell them that. But tell them that, be straight with them. And then sometimes, otherwise you're going to have people around you, this, that, and you're going to take their car on board, so many different things. Tell them as it is, roughly. Then if they come on board, they don't come on board. That is not getting on, it's getting on to Guru Krishna. That's the most important thing. So the same is, what's our relationship? Our relationship is the Guru and the Vaishnava. That is our only relationship to our loving relationship with the Sadhu. What more can I desire is Krishna's way? No, Guru. This is the most important thing. Really, someone said to me the other day, oh, I'm depending on Krishna. Christians are doing this. I said, oh, you've got a relationship with Krishna, you're seeing Krishna. I remember when Bhakti Siddhanta once, he was going on a preaching program, then he said to some person, you know, what the parent, he said, oh, how's your service going to Krishna? Well, what Vaisa? Oh, he said, no, I'm not going with no Vaisa. He said, my service is going directly to Krishna. Then the man went and he went to Bhakti Sridhar and said, that person's got no devotion. Because the astral, as we know, astral is true. You've got to be such a tight container of Bhakti, because not many make it. They go, they become proud, I've been around 30 years, I've been done this, I've done that. They don't make it, they don't understand. So we have to have such a tight container, you must get more fixed on the sadhu. And then more fixed, and more fixed, and more fixed, and more fixed. He should be your life and soul. I'm not mine, I'm his. Anything I do, will that please him? Will that help him? Now someone said, come to me last time. He was very tired, he was a good boy, I'm training. And he said, should I go and go and bring back power? He said, someone wants to go and go. I said, what time is it now? 9:30. I said, it's very important. You've not organised it. And if I say, yeah, you can go, if something happens, it comes back on me. I said, if you'd have done it properly in the mode of goodness, in a few days' time, I want to go on power time, and then I said, I would ask for it, if it's okay for him to go. I said, because I can't give that authority. That's the truth. We have to get on the guidance of it. Someone, don't know why you may see for it, there are problems we don't like. You've got to be under Anijakya. What does that even know Thakur say? It disapproves of anyone doing bhajan independently. It says such artificial display is devoid of Anijakya. It's artificial. So unless you're asking the sadhu, can I go there? You shouldn't want to go anywhere. You shouldn't really ask the sadhu anything, really. Especially material. Every one time we were in some program in Germany, you do what they say. Stop coming after me material things. Should I marry? Should I do this? How can I get money that? He said, just come and ask me how I can become a Polidasya of Radharani. That should be your aim and object of bhajan. Because, as well, when you associate with Bhaktas or Bhakti, and they're not so fixed up, you know, you should be careful you associate. Be nice and kind to them, but you're still going to take, like that cobra today, you're going to take their poison. And you want to be the those who are fixed up, who have got a relationship with Nam, or trying to make a relationship. Because if someone's not trying to make a relationship with Nam, they don't understand the philosophy. You've got, some of you want to go and do this that, but sit here myself, I see, are they developing or not? As soon as you wake up, no. Around the corner in time, everything's there. I like this, a bit romantic. It's Nam. It's only Nam. Who's Nam? Nam is Krishna. So we have to have that relationship with Krishna. Most people with. And not telling people, I chant one lakh of that. That's not a relationship with Krishna. First of all, Manjari is secret. They don't tell people what they chant. And no one will say, who's about, I'm only chanting one lakh. He won't tell no one. He'll say, I'm chanting 16 man's lakh. But you can understand by his guitar what he's chanting. But you don't tell people, because I know some people for 15, 20 years, and it's one lakh. It's just like 16 man. Put the beads away, you do that. You know what? You want to chant more. If you're tasting some ice cream and there's one cup and you want more, oh no, I'll take 1 cup of ice cream. Well, excuse me, if you want more, take a bit out of the other cup of ice cream. So if you've got a relationship, how can you chant one that? Impossible. We go always to chant 24 hours a day. Become a mathematical. You're speaking having picked up, or you're chanting down. Otherwise you become a mechanical. Oh, I've done the one there. I chanted for 6 hours or 4 hours. I've done that. And you put it away. So you're putting Krishna away. No. Krishna should always be with you and in your service. Krishna should be there. You should have in your mind, you know, you're seeing Krishna, aren't you? In your some photo you like or something, when you wait, that photo comes into your consciousness. And your man will say, well, what are you doing? Whatever bhajan you're doing. But that is situation. Then, because like, when one is chanting 1 lakh, to get to 1 lakh is ours. You know, I heard. But when you get to 1 lakh, it's like 16 man, 22 man, 40, and it's hard. Once you begin, you're becoming more purified. That's because it's hard, because you're contaminated. But when you come to that point of 1 lakh, so, you know, you find that the person, he jumps to 2 lakh. Like if someone's 1 lakh 20, 1 lakh 40, 1 lakh 50, because he's so purified and he's on a different level of consciousness. And then when we're at the beginning stage, we can only eat little food. But once we get a big belly, we can eat a lot. So the same as when Nam comes, you see, it's like 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh. That's what they aim for, you know. We should shoot for the stars in the sky, and then you'll get them. That's the most people, no, not the stars, shoot for the moon, the stars come. But no, this is what we should, this is why I see we're advanced to go with. Most of chanting 3 lakhs. They're chanting 3 lakhs because that taste is so nectarine to them, they're coming out. So try not to get into this mechanical, I put this here, I put that there, I've done my thing, put it to one side, we just like thinking the Nam, thinking of realizations come up to you. Nam is all and all. How do we get that relationship with Nam? You only get that relationship with Nam from the spiritual master. He's the one who gives you chase, he's the one who makes you cry some days. This situation, I spoke to someone who was trying to free that. I don't know why I got it out of him, but I'm like that. I got it out of him. And I said, how come you like, every day you carry on doing your free life, you carry on doing it? He was a nice person, simple person. In some ways I still cheat bullied him, you know what I'm like. But anyway, he said, because every day I'm going to cry. He said, that's encouragement. Every day in one of my sessions I'm going to cry. And that will happen. So I was speaking about some things, and he said, no, I was chanting nothing. He said, no, you got that inspiration, that is the key. Don't matter what you're chanting now, have that inspiration that everything is known. You see, because this is very rare for us to have. Because we know 20 rand, 60 rand, do your saving, you've got to do your saving. The saving is the most important thing to do. The saver, but that saver supports now. What is that even old chapel come? This is the essence of it. That even old chapel says, the sadhu's life revolves around the chanting of Nam. That's even old chapel. The greatest Maharaj, the sadhu's life revolves around the chanting of holy name. He said the holy name is the essence of everything to it. So who's your friend? Who's your best friend? Who are you thinking about? Who's the situation? It must be Nam. Nam must overtake you. Nam must overpower you. Because everything comes from Nam. Even like me, I've got to speak to this person tonight, but what amazing thing Krishna coming down. A snake, pushed his daughter to one side, this, that, poison. I tell him, he's going to throw me all his money. I don't want him, but I thought, why can I? Because he's on his person, he knows what I think. Look, I just killing dream this happened and there's not a situation there. Now he's coming through. Krishna gives you the intelligence what to do. Probably might say to me, if you're sincere, now will give you the intelligence what to do. It's all about Shraddha, it's all about faith. But material energy comes into it, Maya, I am higher, you should do this, you should do that, and you listen, you're associated with people who haven't got strong faith, oh perhaps you should do this, that, you should do that, they're not under guidance of the right stuff, then they're poison, they're all culprits, really. Because in this world, there's only sadhu sanga, hidden from pure right stuff, or it's poison. Material energy surcharged with competition. Material energy means poison. Facebook, YouTube, social media. If you're looking for something on YouTube, then you're really drinking poison. It's asat sanga. It's only asat sanga. If you're in sat sanga or asat sanga, so that right stuff is sat sanga. And his foot dust, his sadhikas, they're sat sanga to some degree. So we don't want to be in asat sanga. But everyone walking along, speaking to him, doing that, with Guru, who's not on that level, who's not automatically from the spiritual world, so that person is asat sanga. If he's in the material energy, all the Facebook, YouTube, social media, material energy coming from, and sadhu, and doing this, it's all poison. Only sat sanga from a Mahapurush, someone like Swami Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, they're a Guru Bhava. They're coming in a Parampara. So they're Shabdavama. Shabdavama is coming. If you're not under guidance, under any guidance of a lifestyle, of Srila Prabhupada's Karaka, then you're in Asat Sangha, the mature energy being poison. Vrindavan Das Thakur says in Chaitanya Bhagavat, no one has ever developed his Krishna consciousness in this mature energy. This mature energy comes from this mature world to put you in trouble, only to take you to hell. So when you're speaking mature vibration, why are you chanting now? You're chanting now to try to clean yourself of this contamination. We think there's some happiness, there's some pleasure in the spiritual. There's no happiness. Naima said there's not one glimmer of happiness in this material world. The soul has got no glimmer of attachment. But because we're getting invaded, if we are Kanishwarikari, I speak to so many people in the bookshop, and you know what? And they come over and talk to them, and I'm speaking to them, and I've got to say to them like David, Kanishwarikari, Kanishta Magam, Kanishta Uta. You must say this, he said. Then you ask them, well, where you at? And they say, well, I don't know. Don't know where you're at. You're doing back. You're doing a journey. You don't know if you're Kanishta, you don't know if you're Kanishta Magam. So therefore, they don't know. So they're not under proper guidance. The Guru is not told. So this is most important thing. Unless one has a Guru who knows your smooth, he's not a Guru. This is situation to understand. Hari Kata, no. I got eye problem. If I put that there, see? My face is paralyzed.
Sorry, Maharaj.
My tongue. They should paralyze my tongue and they want to get out of trouble. But this is situation. This is most important situation to understand. Vaishnavism. First, according to the Vaishnava, simplicity is Vaishnava. We should be simple. Become simple-hearted. This is the most important thing, not crooked. It doesn't matter if we have weakness of heart. If we've got weakness of heart, we must be genuine. The most important, if you've got weakness of heart, no problem. The sadhu group, if you're crooked, you're saying one thing and doing one thing, you're doing anything for your own desires, you're not doing everything for Krishna, then you're crooked, you're division. Then next up, hold dogma. This is situation. You come to become a Krishna constant. Prabhupada said in the first page of the Bhagavad Gita, first verse, he said, one should scrutinize it, learn this Bhagavad Gita under the guidance of a devotee. Who's a devotee? A devotee means Uttamadikari from the spiritual world. The Kanishwarikari is not a devotee. He's a nearby serious devotee, not a devotee. But the Kanishwarikari, he thinks he's Uttamadikari. I'm going to go and preach, I'm going to do that. What are you going to preach? You got Krishna? You give Krishna? You sing Krishna? So what can you preach? Srila Prabhupada said, Swami Prabhupada said, if you want to give knowledge to everyone, but you're imperfect, you cheat them. How can you give? But I have young people, then they don't understand. You've got to come back. I have to detect my own disqualification into our real wealth. We've got to say we're full of analysis, full of wealth. So we want to clean ourselves. Otherwise we're externally rushing around, going around here doing this. But this journey is an inward journey. You have to go inward. The only medicine is to hear Hari Katha from a Sudha Vaishnava, from a beautiful devotee like Srila Prabhupada. Sandaimas, Govindmas, Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Unless you hear pure sound, which is called Shabda Rav, that goes inside you and cleans you. Nothing else will clean you. Why your Vedam, chanting Namaparad, some Namabas in your nothing? Nothing. Unless you're under the guidance of a pure devotee who's come from the spiritual world, he's got the spiritual power called Srup Shakti. He's got the potency. So when he goes, unless you take shelter of someone of the same caliber, you're under the material energy, and the material energy serves out with competition. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Illusion, confusion. You know your Srup? Is your disciple, if your guru told you your Srup? Have you got Srup City, Vasting City? Do you know the philosophy? Sadhu Sanga. What is Sadhu Sanga? Does Sadhu Sanga mean your Kanishwarikari? Is that Sadhu Sanga? No. The Kanishwarikari, 3 tablets, Adi Dharma, Adi Volta, Adi Adi. 4 defects, something to illusion, commit faith, imperfect senses, cheating his end. Yep, Kanishwarikari, milk touch what I did. So, it is all pure. And nitrogen there, you see, in a second, everyone okay and humble, and in a minute, it poisons inside, poison come outside. How can someone bitter with an artist produce something sweet? So we have to understand the philosophy. Not that I'm a sadhu. Look in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, this is my illness. This body is an embarrassment for my Atma. I am the soul. Shiva Suva Hoy Krishna. So how am I becoming realized? How am I doing better? How am I going inward? Not outward, going inward to understand. Rupa Goswami says, reside in Vrindavan under a Rasik Vaishnava. That's the essence of life. But the Rupa what Srila Prabhupada said in the next instruction, this Krishna consciousness movement is going on under supervision of Rupa Goswami, who's Rupa Mandal. But at that time, he couldn't reach so many things because even Bhakti within Krishna, within the spiritual world, which obviously we know wasn't true, and that's another section to go into that. You look in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto 26:16, the conclusion is No one comes by Vaikuntha because it's eternal road. You have to be qualified to go there. We don't come from there. We come from the Tatastha region, as if you'd understand. Patrick No Thakur says in Jaiva Dharma. So we have to read all these chapters to understand. So we have to become humble. This is the most important thing. But this Kali Yuga, everyone proud. The message world is proud. Kanishani Kali come to take. They never give. They're only coming to take from this person, from the temple and that. Because this greed, this envy, this desire. So this is unpalatable truth. The philosophy is unpalatable truth, but it must be spoken as we're growing up. So we should think to ourselves now, am I Kanishta Kanishta? Am I Kanishta Madhya? And if I'm Kanishta Kanishta, well, what are the symptoms of Kanishta Madhya? How can I become a Kanishta Madhya? What is the situation? What is my association? How am I serving the Guru? What is happening? How am I on my spiritual progress? See where I'm at. What am I at? Am I Nishta, Bhagavanupriya, Nartana? So many different situations there. You've got to associate with Madhyamadikari. Because the Madhyamadikari, he's the beneficiary of the Kanishta. Madhyamadikari, he can chant your name when he's Madhyamadikari. This is situation. Because he's a devotee, he's a pure devotee. He's entered into the realm of Bhakti. You understand? But to come out the crucial stage of being a Kanishta is extremely difficult. Because association only takes you out there. Only association will take you out. If you're with gangsters and prisoners and dacoits, you stay with him, how are you going to become clean and become a nice moral person? You have to stop the association with gangsters and prisoners and dacoits and associate with devotees. But then what is a devotee? Who is a devotee? It's a conditioned soul and purified. So we should be crying in the heart, praying when we're chanting that I want to have a high-class sanga. I don't want to come and enjoy spiritual life. I am doing this, I am doing that, phoning in my, oh now I'm here like, praying, so many praying. What can I do with you? Can I give you Krishna? No. Praying, end. Praying, end. You do 100 things to that person, one more thing, and go, chalo finish, same day. Krishna said, I'm your only well-wishing friend. So, no mom, no dad, no brother, sister. Only a loving relationship with me. So how do we develop that loving relationship with Krishna? Only by being with a Vaishnava. Unless you're with a Vaishnava, that Prabhupada's gone now. He cannot give you Krishna consciousness. That is Siddhartha can't give you Krishna consciousness. Came back in an hotel to give you no. Prabhupada said, I've got so many quotes here, I read, you must hear from the lips of the pure devotee teaching heaven. And this Bhagavad Gita went back teaching this, and 9 months. But people get institutionalized. Institution sectarianism is the enemy of Bhakti. So we must understand the philosophy. It's so unpalatable, but if you're doing your bhajan, you always got to learn things about it. Because we're not pure, well myself, I'm a very low-class person, we have to understand that. Spiritual life, ask someone how's their bhajan. How's your bhajan? If he says okay, he's not doing bhajan. Understand? If he's not thinking of Krishna, there's something because he's a powerful force. Bhakti Bandhav said, because I'm a 9-month, he said, if one considers himself a worm, a germ, insect, then and only then there's a possibility of a sister coming. But we don't put ourselves on place. Oh, you like my new father? Who's get likes? And then you go more out, more out. Hello, I like you. Hello, you make friends with that person? No, I'm a freaking worm in the store. What was I doing after? In the birth. Now I come to sadhu. We have to be serious. If you're not serious, you make a fuss. Illusions and high-class sanga, high-class association. How do you tell high-class association? Because that sadhu will be hiding his dagger. Someone is about hiding his dagger. He says, I'm doing a couple of lands, I can't do it. He don't boast. Why do you want to boast? Because you boast, they're insecure. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm going out like that. I got big ass, I got big car, I do that. You see, he's really hollow. Because he's insecure. And if you're hollow, you don't follow. You understand? So we have to follow the sadhu. We have to want to become that Maharaj says, if one considers himself a worm, a germ, a cockroach, then and only then there's a possibility of auspicious coming. But everyone wants to be the best. Everyone wants to be the leader. Look at me, I'm doing this, I'm in this situation now. So we want sadhu. Understand what sadhu is. High class sadhu. Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Thakur, one of our Mahajans, great quote, he says, when one's got no protector, the objects around him become his enemy and attack him. Only one protector, Harikata, spoken by Piri Then Bhakti Vinod Thakur says on this subject matter, the same subject matter, it's only self-deception to establish and promote yourself as a follower of right here from Sudha Vaishnava. Let's you hear Shabda Morale from a beauty road. Rupa Goswami says you cannot do one limb of bhakti outside of sadhu sanga. But what is sadhu sanga? It's a pure Vaishnava. We should be in association with Sudha Vaishnava. But we're not in association with Sudha Vaishnava. We're Maya, illusion. We're in the body concept that I am the man, I'm a female, I'm 28, I'm 33, I'm this, that. There's no bhakti. Only going man digging their own drum. And the Vaishnava don't dig his own drum. Why does he need to boast? Only reason he boasts because he's insecure. I'm sadhu. I'm a devotee. I'm this and that. Then you know he's not a devotee. He's a cheetah. This is situation. So we must have this high class association. And we must be quiet. And nature is subordination. But what we want is domination. We're dominating people. No, our nature should be a subordination. This should be of our nature. To be subordinate. Always be vulnerable. This is a situation why, I did this. Not be vulnerable. I get lonely, I'm scared, I made a mistake, I'm a silly person, I made a mistake. When the last time we say that? No, because ego's there. Ego, nothing can excuse you from your own spiritual life than your own false ego. We're our own worst enemy. So this is the situation. So we have to come on the Kanishka Brahma, become a mathematically. How that? By association with mathematically. How do you tell mathematically? The fool is not disclosed until he opens his mouth. Then you'll understand. Most important thing, to add sadhu sanga, to be in association. And if you're praying to Bhagavan, he'll send you a high class clothes. Let me go humbly to that sadhu. You can tell me this, you can tell me that. I don't know nothing. What's your history? What's your track record? Because you have to get out of something. They won't glorify themselves. Then you can understand. Then you can get back. If you just want a nice lifestyle, get some followers, people give you some money and that's okay. The next club, where are you going to go next club? Whole gold country. So we mustn't, in Vrindavan, we're so lucky, we mustn't be making any dharma for us, we should follow the process, chanting down, giving the Christ down. This is the most important thing. And Krishna, if you know you're sincere, then you'll get taste. When Ruchi comes, Haribol. That's it, it's all over. You're absorbed in Nam, this is Bhakti. Okay? Thank you very much. Once you call the Judy Shah, people can read, back in the